month's news program from Jockey Club Ti College.
Wow, it's great to be back.
So much happened last year that most of you know about, but some of you don't.
And a bunch of things happened over the summer.
That we think we should do a quick recap of TE activities,
as well as a recap of news headlines from the summer.
Sound good?
Let's do it.
First, welcome to all you new Form 1 students and others joining us at TE this year.
We're in the middle of celebrating our 35th anniversary right now.
But most of our big celebration events have already concluded.
The big event at the end of the last school year was the musical Spirit.
Take a look.
The amazing musical production Spirit, part of Jockey Club Ti College's 35th anniversary celebrations, was a resounding success, drawing an audience of around 2,000 people over 2 nights on July 9th and 10th at Sir Runram Shaw Hall, CUHK. The event showcased the incredible, diverse talents of TE student performers who dedicated themselves to every aspect of the production, from ideation and conceptualization to scriptwriting, acting, and creative projection mapping design. The fully original musical told the story of TE sports students and visual arts students wrestling to unite to overcome some spooky spirits bent on taking over TE. Audience members left the theater in awe, deeply impressed by the students' skill, passion, and the high caliber of the show. Special thanks to Ming Pao for reporting our school's 35th anniversary musical.
That musical was super special.
Then the year ended and we all had our summer break.
However, while most of you were relaxing at home,
Or chilling somewhere else.
TE sent a team of people on an amazing trip to Mongolia.
Here's a report on that.
The 35th anniversary overseas expedition, cycling in Mongolia, a highlight in the celebration of our school's 35th anniversary, is now complete. After a year of preparation, the journey started with the team visiting the capital of Mongolia, Ulaanbaatar, and nearby attractions, including the National University of Mongolia. Then, under the guidance of local mountain biking coaches, 24 select students, along with the accompanying teachers, completed a challenging 150-kilometer cycling course over 5 consecutive days. They endured wind, rain, and rugged terrain as they traversed Mongolia's gorgeous mountains, grasslands, and plains. Along their way, they visited nomadic families, gaining insights into traditional Mongolian lifestyles and cultures. After biking, the group volunteered at local hospitals and children's centers in Ulaanbaatar, where they painted vibrant murals. The Mongolian government was so impressed that representatives from the Mongolian consulate in Hong Kong presented the team with certificates of appreciation. What a delightful bonus and an amazing adventure! Funded by the funding scheme for International Youth Exchange 2024 to 2025, organized by the Home and Youth Affairs Bureau and Youth Development Commission.
Wow, I was there. It was totally amazing.
what about other news from this summer?
What else happened in Hong Kong and around the world?
A lot. The first big news for Hong Kong this summer was at the Paris Olympics, where Hong Kong's athletes delivered remarkable performances and achieved significant milestones for the city. Chen Kalong, a fencing champion from the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, successfully defended his title and won gold in men's foil fencing, marking him as a back-to-back Olympic champion. His thrilling final victory solidified his status as one of Hong Kong's most celebrated athletes in women's fencing. Vivian Kong, Kong Man Wei, made history by becoming the first female fencer from Hong Kong to win an Olympic medal. She won a bronze in women's épée, further elevating Hong Kong's presence in the Olympics. Meanwhile, swimmer Siobhan Ha-hei, Ha Si-pui, continued to impress on the world stage, winning 2 bronze medals in the 100-meter freestyle and 200-meter freestyle events. These accomplishments added to her previous success in Tokyo, where she won 2 silver medals, confirming her status as one of the top freestyle swimmers globally. Simply amazing!
Let's not forget that our Hong Kong athletes at the 2024 Paris Paralympics also did remarkably well and captured a total of 8 medals, 3 gold, 4 silver, and 1 bronze. Key achievements included victories in 3 event types: Boccia, a ball sport, para swimming, and badminton. Hong Kong's youngest Paralympics medalist of just 14 years old, Jasmine Ng, won the 100-meter breaststroke.
Shocking news for all of Hong Kong, that is, Shaking up the school system is the continued low birth rate and declining baby population. We did an episode about this record lowest worldwide birth rate of 0.8 children per woman 2 years ago. This has led to a huge reduction in the numbers of students enrolling in schools, and it is already forcing the closure of schools and the cancellation of many primary 1 classes. 80 primary 1 classes were lost this year, in fact, meaning the demographics of Hong Kong are totally changing. This will have a huge impact on Hong Kong education system and many ideas being thrown around on what to do. As we said in our episode 2 years ago, how will Hong Kong society recover from this? Will we girls need to have 2 or 3 babies when we get older to save Hong Kong? Something to think about.
So, that's Hong Kong. What about some headlines from all around the world? How about the Russia-Ukraine war? You guys know about that, right? It's still going on now after 2 years and 7 months. Do you even understand that conflict that has global implications? Basically, Putin's Russia invaded the sovereign democratically elected government led by Zelensky, thinking they would beat them in 2 days. And the Ukraine resisted when no one thought they had a chance. The Ukraine, backed by the entire Western world, NATO, etc., has even started pushing back, reclaiming lost land, and even sending drone attacks almost all the way to Moscow. It's totally crazy that they're still standing strong, and you Hong Kong students should really know what's going on, as the Russia-Ukraine war has huge global implications and affects global markets, international relations, energy supplies, etc. So, sit up and pay attention.
The other huge global conflict that has been rocking the world is the Israel-Hamas War, also known as the Israel-Gaza conflict, with Israel being the country of Jewish people, run by Benjamin Netanyahu, and Hamas being a terrorist group that is fighting for the rights of the Palestinians living inside of Israel. As of today, this war is still going on with heavy casualties on both sides. Over 41,000 Palestinians and 1,400 Israelis have been killed since the conflict escalated in October 2023. That's quite a contrast in numbers, isn't it? 41,000 to 1,400. That's part of the problem. Basically, the war started last year when Hamas did a surprise attack that killed those 1,400 Israelis. This was absolutely horrible and wrong. Then Israel responded, which was their right, by bombing Gaza, which was controlled by Hamas, and in their attempts to get the terrorist group, have so far killed over 41,000 Palestinians. Most of the world thinks that Israel's response has gone too far, and there have been continuous calls for a ceasefire, as well as protests all around the world. Nothing has worked yet though, and that conflict is super complicated. You Hong Kong students should definitely be aware of it.
The last big global news headline to kick off the year and get you all up to date is the election in America. The huge news this summer was when President Biden, a Democrat, had a terrible debate where everyone said he was clearly too old. Then he surprised everyone and dropped out of the race to endorse Vice President Kamala Harris, who would be the first female president and woman of color if elected. She and the former President Donald Trump, who is a Republican, just had a big debate 2 weeks ago that resulted in a ton of memes that some of you have surely seen.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
It's been a super chaotic election so far, and with less than 2 months to go, even Taylor Swift has gotten involved. And there was even an actual assassination attempt on Donald Trump and another guy who tried but never got a shot off. Scary. This election will have enormous consequences for the world, of course, because Harris and Trump have extremely different perspectives on basically everything, including both the wars we just mentioned and the US's relations with China, which of course also means us here in Hong Kong. It's neck and neck right now, with Paris seeming to be pulling ahead, but it ain't over till the fat lady sings.
Well, that's it for this first episode of The Current.
Welcoming all of you back to a new school year. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.
Let's have a great year!